Hi, welcome to another episode of No Name Podcast. I'm your host for this week, Manny, with my co-host Ricky. I didn't have anything. Uh, for another episode. Just doing some things real quick. We're on Instagram that we don't post a lot. We're on TikTok, which we also don't post a lot. Uh, and you can catch this episode every Wednesday at 10 a.m. on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor,
Slow
Google
down.
Podcast, Apple Podcast.
Slow
Oh man.
down.
Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and Spotify, uh, and
I don't
YouTube.
know why you said that so fast.
Yeah. Anyways, Ricky, how you been this week? You been good?
I'm still trying to just collect myself after that whole rigmarole for no reason.
Speed run. No.
A speed run of platform. Don't need to do that.
Honestly, just came on naturally too. That was weird.
I mean, streams have been fun. Uh, I was planning on seeing Snake Eyes this week. That didn't end up.
Mm,
Other than that, I mean, it's been fine. Everything else has been good. Um, just pushing out stuff as much as we can and all that stuff. Um,
true.
because yes, we're recording since we're recording this on Life is Strange 4, and oh my gosh, that game is something else. I've all I'm saying is all I gotta say is like, what is this finale gonna be? That was interesting.
That was it. It was a cool thing seeing you play it for the first time on Ricky's Twitch. So that was a cool experience to watch you have that experience. Uh, thought you did a good job in a weird way. You know what I mean? Like in making your choices, I should say.
Get to practice
Uh, I was trying to be uh supportive of you. They don't know that. They didn't know I didn't watch it.
it.
They could. They
It's
didn't
just
know
because the way
that
you
I met.
because the way you're saying it though is just more of the fact it's like, yeah, yeah, we're very good, and I'm like, bruh, you saw like you saw like you like it's like you're trying but not trying at the same time of being supportive and all that stuff. And don't get me wrong,
Um,
I'm thankful for it, but at the same time, try to give some more, try to be more like like it shows like you care, even though you do, but it shows that you don't.
you know, you got it.
My point
You,
exactly. My point
you
exactly.
thought it out, and you. It just goes to show that as long as you can dream it in yourself, you focus on it, that you can achieve what Ricky achieved in Life is Strange, and he really pushed for his goals, and he executed it in a timely and swiftly manner, and
You do know I'm
did a
not.
good job.
You do know I'm not finished with that game yet, though, right?
Yeah, but you got up to this point in a timely and swiftly manner, and you're pushing forward.
Where are you getting at with this? In all honesty,
Just try to be encourageable. Uh, yeah. Anyways, a couple things happened. The initial draft happened, as well as the expansion draft. But we're not going to talk about that because that's a whole nother story. I don't want to talk for an hour about that. Did you want to know anything special, Ricky? Like,
so here's the thing.
any questions on who drafted who?
Here's the thing. So I watched a little bit of the expansion draft because everything's now on ESPN now, the whole media right. So I was like,
Yeah, that's
oh,
true.
why not? Because I was on ESPN and it happened to pop up. I was like, okay, I'll check this out and all that stuff.
Awesome.
I watched a little bit of the expansion draft. I was like, this is weird. Um, then stopped watching. because like I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on anymore. Apparently Marshawn Lynch was there to give a pick and all that stuff.
Oh, dude, they went all out. Yeah.
I was like, I mean, don't get me wrong, he played his great days as a Seattle Seahawk and all. So it was just like,
Yeah. Well, doesn't he live? Doesn't he still?
not that I know of.
Oh,
Um, but moving on to the actual draft. So I watched the beginning because I'm a Sharks fan. We were picking seventh and all that
oh,
stuff.
okay. When you said that sentence, after you said so much at the beginning, because I was like, what?
And all that stuff. Well, you gotta let me
Yeah.
explain. Sheesh.
No, because I didn't hear at first. I didn't think you were gonna say because I'm a. I just heard be. I just watched the beginning because I didn't hear B, so I thought you were just like I watched the beginning because, and I was like, what the hell?
You have. I swear you're selected.
It
Um.
is.
Uh. But so I'm watching like before everything gets started and everything like that. They're talking about they have like a mock draft and everything like that, and it says for the Sharks says we should select get a defenseman. I forgot the dude's name and everything, but I was like, that sounds like a good idea because we need defensive men. I think, I believe, because we have too many people. We have too many people on the offensive side. Um, and this is just the limited knowledge I know of hockey and everything like that, and what team, what I need for team and all that stuff. So I'm having it play in the background and all that stuff. And this is Friday, so I'm also um and so they go. Gary Bettman, the commissioner, gives this long introduction. Uh, Hockey was good. Hockey had a good season and everything. Um,
That was a great speech. Dude, great speech. A great speech. A solid speech. Yeah.
you must be heard a
I'm
totally
kidding.
different
I'm
speech. I was about to say, I was like, you must have heard a totally different speech I heard
kidding. It was decent. It was decent.
and all that stuff. Brings up the media right deals with ESPN and all. Oh, speaking of which, before side note of that, why in the hell was that a TSN broadcast on ESPN two? I was like,
Uh,
this reeks. I was like, this is TSN all over it more than ESPN and all that stuff.
yeah,
And I get that. And I get the fact of like TSN is more for Canada and all that stuff. And it probably made sense because I think they're the same ways. But at the same
yeah, and yeah, I just kind of got used to it because I mean, I do follow a lot of TSN stuff, but I do see what you mean. That's kind of weird.
anyways, before I was going to continue because I was going to say continue something and all that stuff. Like if you're really gonna if ESPN is really spending big bucks to get the NHL onto their network now and all that stuff and everything like that, at least do ESPN style broadcast. I get it, everything. I get pandemic and all that stuff. Every single team was doing it from their own place and everything like that and all that stuff. Um, but make it at least something to show like ESPN for. And granted, yeah, it's been a couple weeks since it's been like maybe a month and a half, I think, since the media announcement, and then it's only been a couple weeks since the Stanley Cup Finals and all that stuff. And like that, I can understand, but at the same time, though, it's like you are doing both the expansion draft and the NHL draft within 2 days apart and all that stuff. And well, this odd stuff and all that stuff. Like literally everything was TSN branding. I could tell, and I don't even watch TSN and all that stuff because we don't have it here. But it's because it's a Canada thing. I don't know. I don't. Let's not get into details on that. But anyways,
No, I think it is just exclusive to Canada,
and
Canada regions.
and but anyways, back to that stuff. So first pick comes through, third pick comes through, fourth pick. I think it was the Devils pick where it's apparently they picked the guy that apparently he is part of the first brother trio to get drafted in the
Yeah,
first round. That was an interesting story to hear. And then
Luke Hughes defenseman.
yeah, so I actually ended up missing the pick for the Sharks because I had to go do something. So I was like, crap, I missed it. So I go in there, I get to see it. I look at it shows it there, and it says so and so's name forward, or no, left wing. I'm like, are you kidding me?
He also plays center.
You
That
know, and so
helps.
that doesn't help at all. Um,
I know it doesn't. Well, I mean,
oh my bad, I have the pick right here. William Eklund.
Eklund.
Eklund. Is it?
Eklund.
Oh,
Yeah.
they show him as a center, but they show him on
He plays both.
because
He
on
plays both.
um it shows him center because this is on the Sharks' Twitter account and all that stuff. But on the draft thing on TV on the broadcast, it showed a left wing. I was like, oh, we need a defensive man. We didn't draft, so we didn't have a pick in the second nor the third round. I'm like, what? We didn't.
Bless you. Bless you again.
Okay.
Bless you third time. Okay. Never mind.
Okay.
Take it back.
In the fourth round is when we got our first defensive man. In the fourth round, I was like, you should. We didn't have a second or third round pick, and you wait till the fourth round to get a defensive man. Should have got him in the first round, and all that stuff. Should have got him in the first round. You had the opportunity. Apparently, this defensive man that was projected was supposed to be a good one. I don't remember his name, but I don't care. I'm just saying you need a defensive man and all that stuff. Not getting any younger. That's all I have to say.
That's true.
That's all I have to say.
I mean, there was some good picks. Buffalo obviously getting Owen Power, expected to go first. Defensive man from Michigan. Yeah, it was. He was pretty. He had a pretty good out of being first overall. He's playing University of Michigan. We don't know if he's going to play another year with Michigan.
Oh yeah,
I think he's eligible.
that's the one that got
As
picked.
well.
Number was that the first round? Was that the number one pick?
That was first round. Yeah, for Buffalo.
That was the number one pick.
Matty Bernier, center for the Kraken, picked. Rumors are he's going to stay at University of Michigan as well for another year.
So wait.
You don't know.
First two picks were both for Michigan.
No. So Matty Bernier was playing. No, so Matty Berniers, I believe, was playing for another team. He's going to University of Michigan, like soon.
Oh.
It's a thing. Yeah, Owen Power does currently play for Michigan though.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
we don't really know yet if they're going to stay though, if they're going to go straight to NHL.
Okay, so here's the question. Because I don't know if this sounds like similar to baseball when it comes to the draft and all that stuff. So when they draft somebody and they have the opportunity of going to college, how does that work? Of like if they do go back to college and stuff, do they still have the rights to keep it when he's out of college, or how does that work?
Yeah. So basically, so let's just use Buffalo. They drafted Owen Power first round. He's going to Michigan. If he chooses, he's eligible to go to the NHL right now.
Yes.
If he chooses to go to the NHL, then he goes to the NHL. Well, yeah. If he doesn't, then he still stays with the Sabres.
But
he plays for Michigan for another year. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was trying to get at. Yeah. Okay. So it is kind of similar to baseball then.
Yeah. Let me see here. Sharks drafted Eklund from the SHL. 11th pick, which was the Coyotes, forfeited.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was my second question. That was the next thing I was going to ask about that. So what does that mean right there?
Oh, so they were scouting underage people, underage talent. So that was their punishment. They had to give up their 11th round pick.
So okay, so
but
it was based
they still got a 9th round pick.
But no, that doesn't matter. 9th pick is 9th round pick.
That was a trade.
9th round pick doesn't matter. It's more about this forfeit pick. So this is based off something they got in trouble for.
Yeah, it was a penalty that they got. Yeah,
that makes more sense. All that, and I was, wait, can you just give up a pick? I'm like, I thought it was just. I thought it was just straight up to.
They're like,
oh no, nah, we're good.
We're good.
Yeah.
Good. The guy was like, "Have you seen us? We're amazing, dude."
I'm like, I don't know about
that. Would be hilarious if they said that. But anyways, Detroit picked defenseman from Frölunda, Edvinsson, which is a great player.
Is he from Sweden?
Yes, he is. Frölunda is an SHL team.
I'm sorry. It's just the fact that's how I know Detroit, because sometimes some of their best players are actually from Sweden.
Yeah. Trying to go through them. I'm not trying to go through all of them.
I was literally joking on that question too. I literally didn't think the guy was gonna be.
There was a lot of high draft picks that was from the SHL. They're developing a lot of amazing talent. WHL is going the same route too. I mean,
How did the Vegas Knights do?
let's see here.
The team I might switch to, depending on certain things.
Okay, let's see, second round. Okay, let's see that. What am I in? Oh, there we go. Okay, 30th overall, Zach Dean centerman
Okay.
from the QMJHL. That's Quebec, I believe. Quebec.
Right.
Quebec? No,
Sounds good. Okay.
he's a centerman.
That's good.
Let's see here, the Montreal Canadiens. Okay,
I
let's see.
I'm good. We're done. We're good.
Hold on, I want to get to mine real quick. There's no way to scroll. Hold on. I don't have my mouse right now, so I'm just using the button, tapping the shit out of it, but I don't want the camera to get all shaky. Let me see. Okay, second round pick, 26th in the second round. Tristan Bras, centerman from Fargo. He's decent, not amazing, not horrible. Uh, I'm not that pleased, but you know,
He's Americans.
yeah, I mean that's a plus, but I mean, yeah, whatever, you know. Anyways, so moving on
So
from that,
before we go into the next topic, because that one's gonna be kind of a lengthy. Have you watched the Olympics so far? I forgot to add this.
the basketball team lose.
Okay, let's not bring that up, please. Okay, we get that. Okay, let's not.
I
Okay,
watched Doncic like
let
double all of the
freaking
U.S. team scores.
freaking
Saw
Booker.
Luca do amazing.
We got
Saw that.
Booker, Tucker, and Middleton are coming in now. Are here now. They're finally here because they played in the final. They had to play in the finals and all that stuff. Also,
Okay.
I don't think we mentioned it at the end of the last week's podcast because the game was still going at the time. But congratulations to the Bucks on winning the title. Congratulations, well deserved.
Yeah,
Everything
let's go Bucks. Go Bucks.
and all that stuff. Manny, you only picked them for no reason. Picked them.
Not true. There was a reason. There was a reason.
What was the reason?
I like the Bucks logo.
Exactly.
There was a reason. No,
There was
it's
no
not like I really.
legit reason. That's just a Manny
Yeah.
reason.
All right. Okay. I'll take that. Well,
But anyways,
congratulations.
so crap, I lost
I
my.
also watched the rugby Olympics. Saw the Fiji game.
I was gonna say there's rugby in the Olympics.
Yes, it is.
So
Saw the
can you
skateboarding.
keep talking because I'm trying to pull it up real quick.
Skateboarding was really cool. I was really excited to hear that was going to be added. Watched it. It was really cool. Saw the
Oh,
surf team. The
skate.
surfing was
Wait,
really cool.
did you just say skateboarding?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that's what I was gonna bring up. So don't bring it.
Yeah.
Keep talking about something else until I bring that up.
Okay, saw the surfing. The surfing was awesome. They were shredding it. Thought they did really good. USA winning their first judo. That was cool. No, jujitsu. My bad. I said judo. Um, First jujitsu thing. That was amazing. First time a
Mm-hmm.
woman won Olympic gold from the US in that category. So that was cool. I watched the triathlon. Triathlon went off to a crazy start. I don't know if you saw that one. That was kind of crazy. Um, okay, so basically the first start was the swimming. So they were all lined up, and a boat's come through,
Okay, you don't have to tell.
and then like half of them jumped in, and they were like, "Hey, gotta come back." Nope, nope. That
Okay, but
was
anyway,
crazy.
so back to the skateboarding because they women's skateboarding. We had damn, I forgot how old were they? 13 years old, if I remember correctly.
Wow,
One
that's like
yeah,
younger.
13-year-old Ni I'm gonna kill the name. Um Niisha Momji is for Japan. From Japan. She and all that stuff got gold, and then there was a 13-year-old, I think it was a 13-year-old from Brazil
Wow.
that medaled also. Yeah, yeah. She got
Okay.
silver. She got silver. In that one.
Oh,
All that stuff. And that was for skateboarding street. That was pretty cool to see. So far for the medal count, We are behind by one medal. Uh,
Japan, right?
China.
China. My bad.
Don't say that.
I got Japan.
Huh?
I had Japan this morning.
No. Japan leads in gold, but not overall
Oh, that's
medals
part I was looking at.
and all this stuff. So, I mean, this.
Yeah, it's been 3 days.
Yeah,
I think it's been. I think today was the third day. I think,
something like that.
or today is the third day. I think.
Technically,
Yeah. So that was great. So
it's
now
what?
you know a lot more about the basketball than I do. Um, what was the whole reason behind it? They just USA just
Internet.
stunk.
Well, internationally, I have my here, but because it's the rules are different internationally when it comes to Olympic basketball. So here's the thing, but here's the overall thing about USA right now. So in all honesty, the fact that we've won so many, we've won the last two, I think, if I remember correctly. We've done so well with it. They USA basketball decided to be a good idea to not prep them or anything like that and all that stuff, and just make a team and then just send them out and all that stuff, not thinking all these other countries that are gonna catch up with them sooner or later and all, which they did and all that stuff. Because the last ones we've done, we've actually prepared and all that stuff, like
Yeah.
before the actual Olympics and all that stuff. I mean, and then granted, COVID can come into this part a bit and everything since the Olympics were supposed to be last year. Um, but at the same time, it's like you should not like deteriorate from what's been working well for the team and for USA in particularly and all that stuff. Just because you think this and like this, and then also like there's no LeBron, no Kobe, of course. Um, who else? No Carmelo and all that stuff. Like this ain't and all that stuff. So there's like there are name no Chris Paul in there for that one. Um,
Lonzo Ball. What about Lonzo Ball?
no, never. Um,
That's so messed
I mean, maybe one day he'll
up.
if he does well.
I
Uh,
saw him doing that like training thing on TikTok. Like you saw that when he was like
yeah, yeah. It's like
that. He looked pretty good. He looked pretty good.
it's the practice is passing. Yeah, that looked cool there in
Yeah, yeah.
practice and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see how that works in an actual NBA comes into
I
on the
got
court
faith
next
Lonzo
season.
Ball is gonna do good for the Mavericks. Not the Mavericks. My bad. Pelicans.
He might get traded.
Oh, his brother's on the
Well,
Hornets, right?
no. So no, he might. I don't know if it's traded or they. I don't know because the Pelicans just did this trade right now, this big trade right now, where but they picked up, but it ended up them picking up the 10th pick in the draft, the
Mm.
NBA draft, because that's coming up soon. But it gives them cap space, for a chance to probably pick up a big player and all that stuff too. So or re-sign Lonzo Ball to a longer term deal. So, but that's neither here or there right now at the moment. Um,
So now,
so
how come LeBron, the other ones you said,
but
how
well,
come they're not?
I think for LeBron, it's maybe because he's just tired. I mean, here's the thing. So when COVID happened, they played in the bubble. They played most of the time. They made it to the finals and won that. I think that was like what, September, I want to say, when they won that. Late August. I could be wrong. Um between season didn't start until the new season started in December and all that stuff. So they didn't have
And he had to play the Green Squad. That was the thing.
that's okay. That's here there. Um
The hard fought game.
so but pretty much from the bubble, from when ended from the title to the new season was actually the shortest period of an off season. Ever. Well, for a while and all that stuff. Well, that's because of other things. So, of course, they played well during the season, but then injuries became a thing and all that stuff. With them, not just LeBron, also to Anthony Davis and all that stuff. Oh, that's another player that's been on the team. that's not playing for USA. Um, and then it's like, so of course they had the first round exit. I don't think it was probably he was probably I think for him it's more of like I rather just rest now, feel better for the next season because now they have more time between
Yeah.
um and maybe it was probably the best for him to skip this year. I don't know if he would have played last year if COVID didn't exist. Um but after how everything planned out this year with the last season and this current season previous. Yeah, it's probably him, and same with the other guys too. Some of them played like this grueling schedules and all that stuff and everything like that. They would probably just thought it would be best to not out. Kind of surprised Durant's playing that because he had some injuries this year too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean it's not as bad as like how it was where he was completely out a whole season, but
Yeah. It was a minor injury, but still an
it's
injury.
something that like it just saw him that gave him that did cause some time to be missed from this previous season. Same thing with Harden, Irving. They had injuries too. So it's like it's not surprising. It's like not surprising seeing this why they would
Yeah.
and all that stuff. And everything. So it's like I mean, like it's still a good team. It's just the fact of like can they mesh and all that stuff overall.
Right.
Hopefully they'll pick it. Hopefully they pick it up and don't know.
Oh, okay. So who do we play next? Um.
Um,
Oh. Oh.
that was only one game. We lost one game.
But wasn't it like a big like? Wasn't it
It's
like
a big.
the first
It's our
loss
first.
in
Yeah,
how
yeah.
many games?
It's our first loss, and I don't remember the streak right now at the moment. I can't think of it right now. Yeah, but it's a that of course that's a big deal. At the same time, everyone's making it sound like right now because it's like we're down already because we have two more games to play stuff. Watch that 3-on-3.
I've seen highlights of it, but to say I watched it, no. Yeah.
Our next game. Oh, okay, Tuesday. My apologies. So by the time this is out, the game had already happened.
Yeah.
It'll be on the 27th. Again.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping they mesh. I hope everything goes well. Hope everything is gonna be fine and all that stuff. If like honestly, it's like how people are saying it. Like best bet is them to get Braun. Is best.
Mm.
That's their best bet. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I forget the I forget where
Um. Um.
Slovakia.
Uh. Slovakia. That one.
Yeah. So it's like So of course that team is probably gonna be like a threat, most likely. Um, Luca.
Yeah. Does he have a nickname?
I do not.
I don't know.
You're the
Like,
Mavs fan. You should know.
yeah, but I didn't even heard of anything. You watch more basketball than me. You know about it more.
Yeah, but it's
I
not like
barely started. I started like halfway through this season. Like, I started just before playoffs, and I was like, okay, I can get into this. Um, I started, but moving over from one Olympic sport to another one. I just want to get this out of the way real quick. Um, Great Britain beat Canada in rugby. By the way, I'm talking about rugby. Great Britain beat Canada 24-0.
I'm not gonna
Uh,
lie. I'm not gonna lie. You were like one Olympic. I was thinking something else entirely because you're like one Olympic sport to another. I was like, wait a minute, are we leaving the Olympics entirely? Something else? And then like, oh,
yeah,
rugby. Oh, I
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So we kicked off the first rugby game. Fiji versus Japan, 24-19. Fiji wins. Then we had Great Britain versus Canada, 24-0. Great Britain takes it. Then we had an interesting one. Um, New Zealand versus Republic of Korea. Republic of Korea had 5. New Zealand had 50.
Um, sorry to disrupt your rugby moment and all that stuff.
Okay.
I've just got updated right now. We have an upset
Oh,
alert
freaking is.
In the Olympics right now. So in the women's 100-meter breaststroke and have right now 17-year-old high school senior Lydia Jacoby has won gold for USA.
Oh, nice job, Jacoby.
Congrats,
Okay.
congrats, congrats,
Some claps to her. Getting gold
congrats.
for USA.
Add that to
Um,
the counter. We are now officially
yep, we're
tied
not tied. We're tied.
outside.
Yeah. So, Argentina then played Australia.
No, we actually
Argentina
no. We
beat.
just took the lead. We just took the lead. I just reset it.
Oh, hell
We took
yeah!
the lead.
Let's go.
U.S. U.S. overall in gold and tied, but we're tied. No, we're
We're
overall.
tied for.
We're
We're
tied for
tied for
gold.
medals.
We're tied for gold medals.
Okay.
We lead overall overall
All
medals.
right. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Then Argentina beat Australia 29-19. South Africa beat Ireland 33-14. And the United States beat Kenya 19-14. That was a good game. Um, then the second session, Britain beat Japan 34-0. Fiji beat Canada 28-14. New Zealand beat Argentina 35-14. Australia beat Republic of Korea 42-5. And the United States beat Ireland 19-17. Then you had South Africa and Kenya for the last round, and that was South Africa taking it. Canada beat Japan in the third round, second day. Fiji beat Britain. Argentina beat Korea. New Zealand beat Australia. Kenya beat Ireland. Oh, Ireland beat Kenya. My bad. And South Africa and the United States, as of right now, is currently live. So a lot of teams doing really, really good. Great Britain's doing amazing. New Zealand's obviously doing awesome. Uh, Canada, we kind of expected, but they're doing decent. They beat Japan. So that was good. Um, Kenya, unfortunately, not bringing it really this year. And Ireland's obviously doing really, really good. Luckily, United States beat Ireland. I know Ireland is a really, really good team with a strong squad. So it's looking good. All the teams that we thought were going to do, they were going to do good. So moving over from rugby to a non-Olympic sport, college sport.
I love the fact of how different the two Olympic sports we talked about were talked about totally different. I give my spiel of what it is. This fool gives this whole scoreboard of
Yeah.
almost every game.
Well,
Why would
if I start talking about it, you're
you?
gonna be like, "Who
I
the
don't.
hell is that guy?"
I. But it's like the thing is though. It's like I didn't give out like all the teams that we played and all that played and who won what. Like and all that stuff. You just tell me who's doing
Well,
good, who's the better team, who might win it, and all that stuff. That's it. I'm like,
all right.
I didn't need to know the scoreboard.
Okay.
It's like I was like thinking to myself that whole time. I was like, I didn't give scores to the basketball games. Why is he doing this?
Now you're trying to be in depth, dude.
But yeah,
So then
yeah,
you,
yeah, 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 yeah. Have the sport that you like give in depth, while the ones I like, I just give the 4-1-1. And that's it, and all that
I give
stuff.
it to you. You could have just scored. I would like to know the
Because
scores.
I didn't want to spit out every single game that was played. The top and the main thing about for us and the main thing it was about was just men USA basketball and all that stuff. So it's like I'm not gonna give. The only thing I mentioned is like we only lost one game. That's all I said and everything. Oh man, I'm just saying it was just complete difference. That's all it is. I'm not gonna
Okay.
trigger.
Well, then
I
if
just
you would
like to
like
call
to
it.
know,
No, it's fine.
in
I was
the
just saying.
USA, in the sevens of rugby, you got Fiji doing really good, being a threat. You got New Zealand possibly taking gold. You got Great Britain doing amazing. Ireland's not doing as well as they did a couple Olympics ago. So Ireland could be facing probably fourth or fifth. And the USA is really doing good this year. We got a really great squad. A lot of our um, rugby league players from the US decided to drop out this season in preparations for the Olympics. So they've been putting their attention to it, and really trying to get a medal for us this year in rugby. So yeah, they're focusing really hard on this, and that was a really good thing. So USA probably possibly fourth, possibly third, depends how they do against Great Britain, and as well as Ireland. We already beat Ireland, but there's no telling they can go either way. South Africa is another one who's doing amazing. I can see them also in the third or fourth position. We don't know yet. We have to see. Really, it's too soon to tell. So that's that. So moving over from Olympics, went over to a college sport. Oklahoma,
To a
as
college.
well as college, yeah, college sport. Oklahoma, as well as Texas, University of Texas Austin. I like
I think
not
I think
not
the
not A&M, not
I think the general public will understand that.
yeah, not Tech, not A&M. Uh, they're uh
For
they're
those who
currently trying to move from the Big 12 over to the SEC, and it could happen in a matter of weeks, says officials. Uh, ESPN confirmed. This is coming from David M. Hale, ESPN staff writer, July 23rd. Um, Austin American Statesman reported Friday that the Big 12 source believed talks between the SEC and the two schools have been ongoing for more than 6 months. Through SEC member Texas A&M had been left out of the discussions. An SEC source told ESPN Heather Dunich that it's inaccurate that A&M was left out of the conversation. Then it goes on to say other big details that we'll get into right now. Ricky, what's your thoughts on this whole move?
So speaking of which, I forgot to add this to the doc. There was news today, as of they were recording this earlier today, that Texas and Oklahoma are will not be renewing their grant of media rights, and all that stuff. Coming that ends on, but that ends in 2025, and all that stuff. So that already adds more to the what's happening to this whole thing, and all that stuff. What was the question again before before I said?
Oh, so what's your thought on the move?
One, it's not surprise. One, it's kind of not surprising. Two, um, college football will college football is going to change forever with this. This isn't something that's going to be like, oh, they're going somewhere else. Like, no, this is going to affect everything in college, not just in college football. Like that's because that's the big reason about why this is happening. This is going to affect college sports in general and all that stuff. Because you look at it, it's like, oh yeah, they just because you look at it. Of course, the big reason and all that stuff, and everyone's been talking about it that I watch, pay attention to about this, it's money. Of course, it's money. It's always been money and all that stuff. Money's money. Money's money. Money, and all that stuff. You're not gonna. Second thing, quality of competition. Yes, that gives them a better chance. Also, though, you lose it. The bad thing about it is it could lead to the dissolvement of the Big 12 and all that stuff, and we go from 5 power conferences to 4 and all that stuff. You would see. You would see these other schools in the Big 12, such as Iowa State, Oklahoma State, Kansas, which is a big school, which is not though not big in football, definitely big in basketball and everything. That's that's something to look at right there. Other colleges within the Big 12, like such as TCU, Baylor, to name it, which has a big women's basketball presence and all that stuff and everything. So it's like when this when it's more likely this is going to become official. Is it going to happen at the end of 2025 when this whole grant deal is done? Who knows, or sooner maybe because the from what it says earliest that this could happen is not next season but the season after. Um, so you're looking at 2020 the 2023 season, and once this becomes official, we're going to start seeing schools figuring and conferences figuring out what to do. Um, what's you can already see like such as Big Ten, ACC, Pac-12, looking at possibly grabbing these other 10 schools. Big 12 now,
Yes,
10 schools now. Out now that with remove those two. Okay,
removing Oklahoma and Texas. Yes,
it's 10. Okay, and all that stuff. So you're looking at 10 schools there. That's five. You can split those five, and then it's like you're gonna see like these 16 team super conferences in a way and all that stuff for this stuff and everything like that.
Sounds cool.
This fix this helps out in some modern ways because one here's the thing one the college football players are already thinking about expansion to 12 teams. This already helps it right here by with the elimination of one conference and all that stuff in a way, and gives more opportunity for other schools and especially these smaller schools such as like a Boise State or I'm only saying Boise State because that's the best mid. That was like one of the best schools when it comes to like disruption to BCS and all. Um um what does it say about them? What does it say about Texas and Oklahoma? Um Manny's probably gonna disagree. That's because he's Texas is not ready for the SEC
I highly doubt that.
and all that stuff. Texas is not ready for the SEC and all that stuff. I will not be surprised. And other stuff. Yes, Manny just said he highly doubts that, but as I repeat this again, Manny's a Longhorns fan and all that stuff, and like every other Longhorns fan,
I'm also a Sarkeesian fan.
that too, which is weird and all that stuff. But out of the two, say if they started in the SEC this season, Oklahoma has a better chance in there than Texas and all that stuff. And I'm just spitting, that is me just being honest right now. 2 years from now, I still think Oklahoma has a better opportunity in the SEC than Texas does. And all that stuff and everything. Will there come a time where Texas can do this? Yes, and all that stuff. Now I know A&M is in the mix also because they've and all that stuff. If you would told if someone Manny's not gonna like this thing. Manny's not gonna like this what I'm about to say right now either. Texas A&M is probably gonna beat Texas in the first couple of seasons of that with them being in the SEC and all that stuff. Why do I say this? Because everyone else has said it also that how I talked to. A&M has been in the SEC along with Missouri too, because another former Big 12 team. They've been in this conference 10 years. They know how the SEC plays. They know SEC games are a total different thing from Big 12 play and all that stuff. And that is the truth and all that stuff. A&M has been in that system. They know how these teams play. They know everything about it. Texas, especially with Sarkisian in his first season, he's going to be a couple years in, hopefully, and all that stuff in his first couple years of Texas and all that stuff. I don't know if he can get. I don't know based off how his recruiting has gone. I don't know anything else about his play. I know he was on the offensive thing. He was played on the offensive coaching staff for Saban with Alabama. But everybody knows that's Saban runs that whole thing, not and everything like that. Sarkisian was just more, it's just more there just for show and tell and all that stuff, everything like that.
I highly doubt that.
And that's what they said. That's what they said about Lane Kiffin. Look at him.
He's not lifted.
That's not the
He's
same.
Sarkeesian.
Here's the thing. You want the reason why I compare Lane Kiffin to Sarkisian because what was the college they both coached and all that stuff that's similar to them before they did that? USC. Did they do well in USC? Not really. Not as well and all that stuff back in their glory days and all. Lane went to the NFL, of course. He did with the Oakland Raiders and all that stuff. Not a good those. Oh, I can't remember. I those days are horrible. Sarkisian did coach in the did coach for in USC. He didn't do pro, if I remember correctly, but Sarkisian's USC days were not that good and all that stuff. Yes, they both had an offensive coaching position in Alabama under Saban, but Kiffin has gone to coach Ole Miss, Florida Atlantic University after that, and nothing's good come out of that. That's why people have the same questions about Sarkisian, but with him going to Texas and all that stuff. And I don't know for the fact, and I'm I'm one of those people and all that stuff. Because don't get me wrong, and all that stuff. Texas, good school and all that stuff and everything like that. Has not had good days since Vince Young. I'm just saying it and all that stuff. They have not had good days since Vince Young and all that stuff. I don't, and that's, but the thing is like you're going, and then like, because he hasn't even had his first season yet coaching, and he's already has to probably have to move to another conference within 2 years, within the next 2 years. He's gonna have to figure that out because whatever he was planning now is gonna have to. He's probably gonna have to change it up. He's gonna have to change it up once he goes to the SEC and all and everything. And all that stuff. Playing and going to College Station is now in the SEC is not going to be like going to College Station when back in the big when they were in the Big 12 together. And all that stuff. This is a different team. Jimbo Fisher knows how to play knows games and all that stuff. He's done it before. He's won a national title with Florida State and all that stuff. I was like, for a playing perspective, I don't think Texas is ready once they start. Whenever they join, Oklahoma is ready and all that stuff. There's even this one this college football podcast I listened to. They were saying that Lincoln Riley, the coach and everything, is it Lincoln Riley? I think it's right now. They're saying like Oklahoma can be the next Alabama and all that stuff because Saban can't be coaching that long time longer. That he has to be soon and all that stuff. But the way of how Oklahoma plays, though, granted, yes, they've made it because they have made it to the playoff. They haven't done well. Also, I think they made it to the final once. Could be wrong. And but when you look at the landscape of the SEC and all the other teams that are there, of course, Florida has a chance to be that. Georgia does also, and everything, and all that stuff. But that's pretty much Auburn if they can find the right people. Can be great again and all that stuff. That's the thing about the SEC is like these other teams here can be great as much as like how Alabama is. Stuff. Texas A&M did it the first couple years in this and all that stuff. Yes, Johnny Football, Johnny Football, of course, yes, that's why. But still though, and all that stuff, they managed to beat Alabama in the regular season and all. Do I think Texas can do it? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know though. Of course, the Texas fan here is going to say, of course, and all that stuff. All Texas fans are going to say that no matter what, and all that stuff, and everything. But I it's just I don't. For me though, and all that stuff, and this is like I said, I was like, it's not that I don't hate Texas. I really don't. All that stuff. I mean, I was like, and it's like the fact that I can remember Vince Young to this day still says something. And everything, and the coaches you've gone through and all that stuff and everything like that. I like honestly, it's like I got to see how this season goes before I can say like if they're SEC ready. Because that's
So
just
away this season is basically what you're saying.
huh?
When we blow you away this season,
Blow me away. I don't have a team. Wait.
no, what I'm saying, I'm not saying literally your team.
Impress me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You blow you away this season. Basically, is what you're saying. You're gonna finally realize that we're ready for the SEC.
It depends on how you play. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. We just gotta wait to this season to get Ricky in.
Yeah. So first game is against. Second game is against an SEC team at Arkansas. You play Rice. Why? Um.
Rice has a couple of good games. Rice had a couple.
Huh?
Rice has had a couple of good games. Rice
So
is
then it's Texas Tech, TSU, Oklahoma is on playing in the middle of the season. Oklahoma State, Baylor, Ohio State, Kansas, West Virginia, Kansas State. So I'm just saying it's like it literally depends on how you play these teams. Rice, if somehow you don't blow Rice out, I'm already questioning already. Like that's your test right there. That's gonna be your test right there.
Question. We lose against Rice. We beat Oklahoma. What do you do?
You're not SEC ready.
But we beat Oklahoma. We just lose against Rice.
Depends. It depends. Really depends. Okay, because here's the thing: you beat Oklahoma, but it's the way how you did it too. So it's like I have to and all that stuff. It's not gonna be like boom, boom, boom. It's like, oh yeah, you may have like won the game. It's like what's the score and all that stuff. How well did the players play and all that stuff. But college football, you can actually have to like go dig deep in order to find if a team is that good. Not like the NFL where you can be like, oh, this team's gonna suck. They don't have this. They have one good player and that's it. Yeah, that one good player just took them to the freaking playoffs and all that stuff and everything.
Like Brady.
Tampa Bay is still a good team without him and all that stuff.
Yeah, but New England was.
And all that oh, okay, okay. New England, no. New England's a whole nother thing, though. That's the thing. And
Yeah.
everything.
Okay.
That's and all that
Well,
stuff.
okay. So moving on from that, I see what you mean. I get your points. I'm not just gonna
I'm
discredit you. I understand
I
completely.
all I'm saying is, but the thing for me, right, this it's not even just the fact of of Texas and Oklahoma going to SEC and everything. I find that exciting and all that stuff. It's more the fact of what's going to happen to everything else and all that stuff, like these other teams.
I think it'll do what you had mentioned briefly. Just other leagues trying to get their hands on the rest of the 10.
And that's what I find more exciting about this than just
Yeah,
Oklahoma and Texas league.
what teams are going to go where and what that's going to do for those leagues in
It's eight
general.
teams.
8 teams.
It's eight
Those eight
teams.
teams.
It's 8 teams. With Texas and Oklahoma leaving, it's 8 teams.
Okay.
So it's like, because like here's the thing, Baylor, I can see. Here's the thing. So here's where. So it's Baylor, Iowa State, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, TCU, Texas Tech, and West Virginia. Out of the other three conferences are the Pac-12, which is more like West Coast. You're the Big Ten, Michigan State, Ohio State, the ACC, Clemson, all them, and everything. I can give you maybe three out of the 8 teams, maybe a couple of them where they can go already. West Virginia, the ACC, them already going to being part of the Big 12 was a weird thing in the first when this first happened. Um, uh, I can see Kansas going to the Big 10, and that's more on a basketball perspective and all that stuff. But the Big 10 is big in basketball, and everything. I can see Kansas State probably joining it on that. I can see Texas, TCU, Oklahoma State, maybe even Baylor go to the Pac-12. It gives the Pac-12 some Texas connections right there and all that stuff, along with the West Coast and everything. So that'll be interesting. Who did I left out? Iowa State and Baylor. It can go either way with them. They can do either Pac-12 or Big 10, but it just depends. Or they can just keep the 8 and then stay the Big 12 and then add some teams. Like Boise or something. Boise. Will it be as big as that as it used to be? No. You
Yeah.
lost two of your big. You already lost two of your teams. You already lost two more before that. That was almost exactly 10 years ago. And all that stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't as big as this is right now. Still, that was the catalyst for. If Texas A&M and Missouri never left Big 12, we would not have where we're at. Not get this. And then the other thing is Notre Dame. Notre Dame is an independent. Notre Dame is bound to go to a conference. It most likely be the ACC.
CC.
Because all the other sports are already are part of that conference, except for football. Football, they're independent. Why? I have no idea. They're not the Notre Dame of they were the before. All that stuff. But I rest my case.
Okay. Well, moving on from that subject to a more usual topic, you can say,
I
for this
mean,
podcast.
we might as well just branch out and we might as well spin off a gaming
Yeah,
podcast now.
might as well. Yeah. Okay, so moving over, OD6, is Battlefield Portal. Um, so this is a new mode that this is going to be a new mode added to Battlefield 2042. Um, now they promised modes, right? And then this is one of them that came out.
This
Am
is
I correct?
okay. So when it first got announced in June, three modes were announced for this because remember this is only multiplayer only. There's no campaign. So of course we have the classic modes and everything like that. We have nuke nuke mode. Nuke.
Okay. So currently this has been added, not added, but there was a trailer release for it. It looks really, really cool. It lets you explore maps and
Hazard
relive some of the.
Hazard Zone.
Huh?
My apologies. Hazard Zone.
Oh, okay.
That was the second mode. That's the battle royale esque. It's not an actual battle royale, but it has somewhat of battle royale element and all that stuff.
Okay.
But it's not
I can dig it.
it's not official battle. And all that
Okay.
stuff.
I can dig it.
And then
I can dig it.
of course, the third mode now, which is recently announced, Portal.
Portals. Yeah. Wait, isn't that? Oh no, there's not an S. I always thought there was an S or something. Okay. Portal. Is does the Portal game have an S or no?
No,
Is it also just Portal? Oh, okay. No connection, by the way. No connection. It's gonna
so
let you experience all the reimagined modern visuals. We're excited. They're excited for you to relive content from Battlefield 1942, Battlefield, Bad Company 2, as well as Battlefield 3. Now they're going to be having vehicles, weapons, skins, or characters, depending. I guess I don't really know about Battlefield that much.
pretty
Um,
much, this is for
operators.
if you're a Halo fan, this is Forge for Battlefield. And
That's
what
it.
what this means is that you can literally, and I mean literally, make your own stuff and make your own modes and all that stuff.
So,
And it's like literally for the fact of you can be in a 1942 map with 2042 guns using and some with probably like Battlefield 3 vehicles and all that stuff. Um in the trailer, which was I thought was the funniest thing ever and all that stuff, was knives versus I forget what they call them.
chuck pads.
Huh?
Chuck pads. I don't know what they call them.
I don't think no,
Chuck
that's not it.
pads. I mean, they're pads that shock you. Heart resuscitators.
Something like it's kind of like it's that. It was like knives versus that and all that stuff. And the respirators is more of a bad company thing. And it's literally like just so cool. Like literally about that. Like before this mode was announced, I was already iffy on getting Battlefield and all that stuff. Because of course, $70 price tag, three modes and that's multiplayer related and all that stuff. And then the other thing was me and Manny can't play together and all that stuff because
Defibrillator.
defibrillator. There we go.
There you go.
And all that stuff. So, but then yeah, and the last thing is we can't do that. We can't play that. We can't.
Yeah.
Me and Manny can't play together and all that stuff because it doesn't have cross-gen play and all that stuff due to the limitations of the PS4.
Well,
which
unless I get it on PC.
Unless he gets it on PC and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just saying. I was just saying, like,
Yeah.
if we're looking at it as a console perspective, yeah, and all that stuff.
I can't play with you. Yeah. So I mean, this looks really cool. Like what Ricky said, you can use all these different vehicles and weapons and melee material and planes and robots and skins from all these different games and different generations in a weird way, and it kind of all meshes really cool together.
I
This
like
looks really fun.
what I like the fact is that they're using like three besides 2042. They're doing this based off three of their most popular games, which is 1942, Bad Company 2, and Battlefield 3, and all that stuff. Battlefield 3, of course, is the first Battlefield to do this whole modern era stuff and everything like that. Bad Company 2 is their story that's which is like the coolest thing ever they ever done, but never everybody still wants a three and all that stuff, which it ended up me re-downloading 1 and 2 and playing through it and all that stuff. And then 1942 was like a very cool, stylized classic and all that stuff. I don't remember much about it, but I always heard good things about it. Yeah, so it's like it's multiplayer. It was multiplayer focused. Um, back in 2002. Um, songs
So
and all. It was really popular. That's all I know. It was a popular thing.
okay, I get you. I get you. I never played it. I've heard of it. Never played it though. Never played it personally. Um, so I mean, from what I've seen though, this Portals game looks awesome,
Well,
especially this mode. I mean, I should say.
the mode. Well, I'll say
Yeah.
that. Well, I'll say this: if you have Xbox and you have Game Pass Ultimate, which includes EA Play, Battlefield Company 1 and 2 are on there. So you're you're
Well, I do.
you're good there.
Have,
What?
I have it on PC, so I might have to. Is it
Well,
on the PC version?
it could be on the EA Play PC version. And also remember, they're not EA Play
Yeah, they're not the same.
is dependent on the platform you're on, not united
Yeah.
as one. Fortunately,
Which sucks because isn't there a couple Halo games as well that's not available on PC, right?
5. That's it.
Five. Okay.
Only
I
5.
thought that was one. I couldn't.
No, only 5 because you have the Master Chief Collection now, which has all 5, which has all 4 games, including ODST and Reach. So
Oh, okay.
and
So
all that stuff.
that completed it then.
So yeah, but the only thing that's not on PC. So the only one that's not on PC is 5.
Okay. Now what about Gears of War? Gears of War is on there, right?
Gears of War has unrelated to everything, but okay. Um, Ultimate Edition of the first one, 2 and 3, I don't believe are on PC. 4 and 5 are on PC.
Okay.
No,
So do you have? Did you? Weren't you looking something up real quick?
what?
Weren't you looking something up on Battlefield or no?
No, I already. No, I was just.
Oh, I thought you were looking something else up.
No.
Um, so this looks really cool. I was already interested with the trailer. This would make me want to buy it if I had a current console. I might get it on PC, don't know yet. Um, this looks really cool. It looks really fun. This mode looks like it can hold my attention for quite a while. Um, if I didn't want to get Battlefield or if I was unsure, this would definitely make me want to get it. If you guys haven't seen the trailer, I would highly recommend you guys check it out. It's a really cool trailer. Just look up Battlefield 4 those trailers should come up. Um, but it looks really really cool. So Ricky,
So,
did you want to?
like the two things about this, what makes this interesting for me too about this is one, progression. As it says on the website, 2042's progression is synchronized to allow you to contribute to your experiences gains by playing throughout various available game modes, including Portal and all that stuff. There's not much more on that, but they say they plan on talking about the progression part later on. And then based off like everything on here, there's like for the roster of maps they're looking at like I think they 6 on the article, but I think they're planning on doing launch. 2 of them from 1942, 2 of them from Bad Company 2, and then 2 more from Battlefield 3. Oh yeah, and I think the rest, and then I think all the ones from 2042 will be on here. Um,
Okay.
for the maps, and then like weapons, you're getting like 40 plus weapons from 3 theaters of war, meaning 2. Um, M1 Garlands. You're pretty much getting a lot of stuff. This the last thing you said. Uh, one other thing they had was their live service. How this goes is like we envisioned Portal to be a powerful platform driven by the community's sense of creativity and wonder. Through our live service, we intend to continue delivering updates to you. I mean, for you to use as tools to build and share your experiences, or to discover as you per use per as you per use Portal. That's a Uh, we're looking forward to seeing the thrilling experiences you'll be creating. Once you're in your hands, and stay in touch and let us know what's fun for you and what other features you'd love to see in the future. With continued updates delivered through 2042's live service, such as new specialist maps, weapons, we have the intent of making them available in Portal. So pretty much, um, after launch, once more stuff comes in, once such as specialist maps, weapons, that will be available on Portal also, which is pretty cool. As we add new updates to 2042, they will be available on Portal players and creators, giving them more options to experience. So now, when I first heard of the Portal and all stuff, the one thing that kind of tripped me off though, what specific platforms is this going to be on? Because if you know, if we when we first talked about Battle 2042 when it first got announced, um, the max map is player count is 128, but that's only if you have the PC, Xbox Series X or S, and PS5 version of the game. If you play it on PS4, Xbox One, it's a 64 player count. So the fact of what Portal is and what it brings to the table, my initial thought was this isn't coming to Xbox and Xbox One and PS4. Lo to my behold, it is. That's cool and all that stuff. But it's probably gonna be more. It probably might be a little not watered down, but it's like to fit within the 64 player route base and all that stuff. Which is
Yeah,
good. Which is good though. I mean, like it's good to know that Xbox One and PS4 players will be able to try this thing out. And from what I'm hearing, this is all cross progression too. So like most of the stuff should carry over if you do upgrade your version, upgrade to your next platform, next gen platform. So that's gonna be cool. And all that stuff.
it is. It is.
I found what the fun part about because I don't know if it showed in the trailer that you were watching, but it probably did. Because they presented like a couple modes from content creators. One of them was Courage JD, a streamer that I normally watch on YouTube, and his mode was an interesting one for the fact that it's like it's a random loadout. It's like a VIP escort kind of thing, but it's a land. If you die, you don't keep the same loadout. It randomizes every time, and all that stuff, which is kind of
That's cool.
which is cool for the fact of like because he was how he based it. It was more a fact of like how it's like games nowadays are just kind of sweats, thing loadout and all that stuff and everything like that, and it doesn't and it's just boring, different
That's true.
and all that stuff, which is cool and everything. So it's like that's cool to see. I
Mhm.
and in all honesty, it's like Portal is the one thing that's now hopefully probably get it now and all that stuff. At first it was like, we'll see what happens stuff because it's like I don't know if what
Courage is the bald one.
what
Courage, he's the bald one, right?
that's unless you're talking about Tim the Tap Man, but because
Which was Courage then?
he has hair.
That doesn't help.
Yeah, I
I
know. 100 Thieves.
was thinking it. Still doesn't help. I know Nate Shot, Valkyrie, and the TikTok girl.
How do you know those ones, but not Courage?
Cause I don't watch people play games. I think it's weird. I think it's creepy just watching people play games. I'm just getting lion quotes right now. What the hell is? What's his name? I looked up Courage and it doesn't.
Put Courage JD. Don't put Courage.
Oh, JD.
Yeah.
Jason Dillon. That's the person who came to my head. That's just not. Oh, okay. Never seen him. Seems cool though. Looks cool. Okay.
I'm still trying to get
Looks
off the
cool.
whole thing watching people play games.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to shake. How is that weirder than any that we watch?
because I feel like it's well. First off, it's in live time, but like you have somebody there,
Lifetime. What the hell's
and like it's live. Like I
what?
don't, that doesn't really change anything. But like having somebody that you don't know, and then it's themselves. So like a couple different streamers, like there's this woodworking guy, but that's more of like he puts on a character while he does it. Like Doctor Disrespect puts on a character, so it feels more like a show. Watching somebody play games like as themselves to me feels kind of weird. Like because it's like just I'm just watching like a security camera of someone playing games. That's what it feels like to me. It's not, but that's just what it feels like to me. I watch you mainly just to support you because I'm a good friend like that. But like, yeah, but that's what it feels like to me. I mean, I've heard how other people doing it, but I don't like it. It makes me feel weird. Yeah.
I still find that.
So, anyway, so you made that one. That's cool. I like that move. Sounds cool. It's pretty smart of him. Seems really, really smart, really intelligent. I don't know if he's in that, but I hope he is. I already like him. He doesn't like sweats, so that's cool. I have to look him up. Is he on YouTube? Is he on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, moving on. Uh, speaking of streaming, Ricky over on his Twitch channel at I'm only Ricky on
Twitch
twitch.tv.com.net. Um,
twitch.tv/ I'm only Ricky. God damn.
there you go. I was close. Has been streaming a new MMO by the name of New World. So he's gonna give us a little inside look at that on how his experience is, how he's liked it, what he likes, what he doesn't like, and if he's gonna be doing more MMOs such as WoW or Wizard 101. Those are the only MMOs that I know personally. But anyways, okay, take it away.
I'll answer your last question. This no. Um so New World is a new MMO that's coming out on the 31st of August. It's currently in a closed beta.
Mm,
Meaning you have to be invited or you have to buy the game right out. Um I took the route of buying the game stuff.
mm.
Um I'll say this now cuz like before then I don't know how MMOs work. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I don't know what I was gonna do half the time and all stuff. Till the end of this day, till after playing it for maybe 3 days, 2 days, um, I still don't know what I'm doing.
But you're doing it good,
But the
I
thing,
think, right? I mean, you're leveling up.
no, no, I mean, I will say I'm enjoying myself. Um, I feel like this is something that is like I think someone said this and I kind of agree with it. It's like if you're looking for something of an entry point into these kind of games, that's not WoW, Final Fantasy 14, to name
Wizard 101.
if that thing still exists
I don't know. I actually have to look it up.
and all that stuff.
It was cool as a kid.
Once this game comes out, this should be a good one because like already it's like so far it's like I don't play games on mouse and keyboard a lot, let alone MMOs. Uh, but I've gotten like so far in the couple days I've played, I think I've only played like a total of like 4 hours of it and all that stuff. Um, I've gotten the controls have been easy to do and all that stuff. That's been nice. It's been like I can say from going from one stream to another, like the next day for not playing it for so long, like I was able to like remember what was what and all that stuff. And though yeah, it does tell you on the stuff, still was easy. It was good to know that I was able to catch on to it. Um, excuse me. I told myself though I am streaming it for the next couple days, I'm not gonna push myself to play to go into it so much because I want to wait to see because when the full game comes out, I am planning on playing it when it comes out when the full game is on the 31st. For that, whether it be on stream, off stream, on stuff, just to spend a good time and all that stuff. But I so far it's like the missions have been interesting. I'm learning about how you can do this to do this. Um, crafting so many different kind of things and all that stuff. Like how does this work and everything? I'm like okay. Um, fast traveling is a pain in the butt because you have to and all that stuff because you have to have a certain thing to do it. And I'm like, what do I have to do to get this and all that stuff? And I'm like, so it's been fun and all that stuff. I'm having a good time. The game. What's funny about it too? It's like it's Amazon games. Like Amazon has their own gaming studios and everything and all that stuff. So that was like an interesting to see. That Amazon's been like everyone's been so far that everyone that I've watched or heard about that's played it from like people I pay attention to. It's like they like the game, they enjoy it. Um,
Can you craft the spaceship?
no,
Can you go to the moon?
it's not futuristic.
Well, it's just
It's
Bezos joke.
it's more. I know. But no, because like you just made me realize like what I gotta say. So it's more. I want to say mid.
Primal.
No, not even that. Uh, Mid Victorian. I want to say to and all that stuff like you're because you end up in an island that's like a myth like that stories are told like you hear from stories and stuff and you have to find like you have to like kill like corrupted people that's like because it's a different you end up in this island and but some people can survive it when some don't if not you become like this corrupted and all that stuff. You can literally hunt for days in that game. You can literally get resources for days. Like literally, you can literally kill. Like there was boar, and you can kill it, and then literally like within a minute it respawns in that spot where it was originally. And I'm like,
That'll probably be changed.
okay. I'm like, okay, that's the thing.
Is there bears in
I haven't encountered one.
it?
Um, there are wolves.
Tigers?
I don't know yet. I have again I haven't explored as much into it because I'm just going with what I know. I'm doing like story missions and stuff like that too and all that stuff just to like know more of what's going on around the world and everything. And I'm having a I'm like I said again, I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying it for it being a game from a genre that I normally not mess with or play with. Um and that right there just says a lot for me of like the fact that I enjoy it alright and all that stuff. Um Again, I'm streaming it Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Those are the last. Oh no, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And those are gonna be that's gonna be it because the second is the last. August 2nd is the last day of the beta, and I decided like I'll just do those 3 days just to get more handling. And of course, August 31st is the release date. I will be playing it for sure.
Now,
For
when
that,
you watch your stream, I saw you can earn armor. What's that about?
you're in what?
You can earn an armor set.
Oh, so the one other thing about this game right now, if you're when you're playing it, they have this thing. If you're watching a streamer on Twitch, and particularly, they have these thing what are called Twitch drops. Now these happens based off any kind of game. This is how Valorant got so. This is how Valorant got so big and all that stuff because of one of these situations and all that stuff. Because if you were watching stream playing Valorant, you got access to and all that stuff. That was last year though. This year with this game in particular is like if you watch an hour of a particular of someone streaming this game, you get like an armor set for full when the full release is out and all that stuff. But you have to watch it for it. Do have to watch it for an hour and all that stuff. And it has to be someone that is playing New World. They have it set as their game and everything like that. And then like once you get it, you're able to earn it. You want to make sure you link accounts. You have to link accounts and all that stuff to do all that stuff to work. So that way it's ready for release day. So if anyone's watching, I will be streaming this again Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday. And if you want to get that armor piece, just watch the stream for an hour. You'll get it.
Well, actually, for them, it'd be only Thursday and Friday. Because this comes out on a Wednesday.
Since this comes out on Wednesday, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah.
Stuff. Uh. But other than that, it's like I don't like. Here's the thing. I still don't know what I'm doing in that game half the time. But that's the fun part about it, and that's the fun part of learning about it too, because I'm learning something different
Can you
entirely.
craft like armor? Can
Huh?
you do like armor? Can you like armor?
What?
Can you do armor? Crafting armor.
Probably.
Armor.
Probably
So now, like what you said, this is supposed to be like Victorian, more based in the real world. Um,
a fictional world, but okay.
well, yeah, but like compared to Warcraft, you're not like fighting orcs like you're that I know of. Are you fighting orcs? I don't know. I don't think you are.
I haven't run into any, so no.
Okay. Like you're not.
But you are
That's what I was
fighting like
asking.
as far as I'm saying, like you do fight like I guess you can call them zombies and all that stuff.
Hmm.
There's that a bit, and then like there's more to it. There is more stuff. I just haven't seen it yet.
Okay. So now there's no like magic involved, is there?
Yes.
Oh, there is. So can you like enchant stuff?
So there's like, cause so like for weapons in particularly, you can do like a sword, axe, um, bow and arrow, a musket is in there,
That's cool.
and then there's like magic staffs
Oh, okay.
and all that stuff.
That's
You
cool.
and all that stuff. Like again, I don't know like the depths of like cause you can come up as it's like it's not like how in WoW you have to like you're assigned to a certain thing based off your class. Um, it's like literally you can make your own.
Okay, so now are there classes? Can you make like classes when you make a character?
When you make your character, it's your character. It's like it's not again. It's like you're a person. When you create your character, it's asking for your skin tone, your eye color, your hairstyle, and everything like that, and that's it. And
Oh, okay.
everything. Like I said, it's like you're not like I said. How WoW is, like, particularly, it's like you have your class with your certain set of skills and all that stuff, and you have to learn that stuff. New World is not like that at all. You can you pretty much can. This is all we're giving you. You do what you want with it. No way. From what I see
So
from it,
like so real life Minecraft.
I guess I don't even think Minecraft's that. But yeah,
No, but like that's the best I can compare it to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like anything right now that I know of, but kind of sounds like Minecraft, but like a better version, more of an MMO style. Um,
but I think that's why I'm into it because it just feels like this easy entry point. Like go in and do what you want and all that stuff. Just do whatever you want and all that stuff. I think that's why I like it. The fact that it's like when I see WoW and it's like you have to be an elf, but you can only learn this set of skills and all that stuff, and then you have to beacon this and everything like that. And I'm like, can I just go in and just do whatever the hell I want? Technically, I can do that in New World, pretty
can
much. Well, I mean, like, what if I want to be uh someone just like offensive based and all that stuff and everything like that, hitting with swords and all that stuff, but have the ability to switch to something else of more of a healer if I needed to, all that stuff. I
yeah,
think,
that's kind of,
yeah, I think like WoW, you would have to like change your character entirely and all that stuff.
yeah.
See,
I think there's a couple potions out there, but
yeah,
it's not nowhere near much what you're saying.
it's a cool. I'm enjoying it so far. Like honestly, it's like if I had got like a code they gave me just out of random, I'd probably give it to you and then see how you like it, and we can just try it. And then since you have more MMO experience, you can probably help explain me about certain things that I don't know that I'm probably like missing.
I'll get New World if you get WoW.
No, no,
Your stream, your viewers will love it on stream. They
no,
would love Ricky to play WoW.
no. I've come to the conclusion, especially now. I didn't want to bring this thing, but I might as well. So the whole thing, if nobody's known in gaming world in particularly, well, there's been this recent discovery of stuff happening in the company Activision Blizzard, or particularly itself, with the whole uh the company was going had a frat party style of work and all that stuff, such as harassment and all this other stuff and everything like that. The whole thing. Um, but um, but it's like I've kind of like dipped my way. away from those kind of games. I don't think WoW is the kind of a game I want to be play right now with a kind of that kind of hell. Even WoW players themselves are like sitting in place in solidarity for that says something right there. Um, but
By the
that's
way, real quick, I can confirm Wizard 101 is still available and is still operational.
oh my.
Yeah. So you could, in theory, play Wizard 101 if you want to.
Nope. No, I'm not.
It's pretty easy. I remember it being really cool, really cool as kids. But that was when I was a kid, so it's I mean, in reality, there wasn't really that much crazy cool stuff out there right now. So as of right now, so
But other
I don't
than
know if
that,
it'll still hold up. Hmm.
like I like the game.
That's good.
I'm learning. I'm learning MMO stuff and all that stuff. Like literally, like I can see myself playing this game. Uh, if it's like if it doesn't like take me over all that stuff of like constantly playing it on stream a lot, it's like it's probably be that game where it's like I'll spend like a couple hours in chill and do stuff
Yeah, man.
for fun and all that.
That's cool. That's good. To hear you get into the more MMO style game. Well, I mean, not a more MMO style game. It is an MMO style game. But it's good to hear you.
I mean technically Destiny's the
Well,
closest thing to an MMO, but
it is Destiny kind of like an MMO. I haven't really thought of it like that. I guess it could be.
they always thought it was always meant to be like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can. I mean, isn't that what they say about Elder Scrolls as well, or something like that?
I mean, Elder Scrolls does have an MMO, which is Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, but I mean, in my opinion, MMOs are only on PC. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Yeah. Okay. What about Warframe? Would you ever try Warframe?
I've played it before.
Oh,
I,
okay.
I played it here. I played it here and there. It's just more of the fact that like there's so much in that game now. Because I've played it.
Yeah,
I
that's
played
true.
it. I played it like later after its release. There's so much
Oh,
in
okay.
there. There's so much in there. So it's like kind of like I don't know what to do
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
What about
I think it's interesting. And I like the fact that finally getting crossplay.
Yeah.
Playing on that.
I might take a look at it with the whole crossplay thing. If if and when that happens, I'm not really sure. What about Terra? You thought about Terra?
No interest.
No? Okay. Okay. I
Like
haven't touched Terra either.
I
Just
know like I know of it, but I have no.
oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's good that you're liking this game and enjoying it. I might check it out when it comes out. I've not yet. Uh, I'm happy to keep seeing you on stream. And I'm gonna look at it. Um, so I don't know.
If anyone asks, I do not know what server I'm on currently right now at the moment.
What happened?
Because I know it's a I know it's a thing about like, because like the one thing I did learn, well, I already know about it, particularly just from watching like Tim the Tatman, because he's a big person. I used to watch. Wow, Classic came out last year. I think it was last year. I don't know.
No, it's usually gonna happen.
I think so. And they were when they were planning it, they were talking about what server are you going to be on and everything like that. I was like, what are they talking about? So apparently, like, there's like based on the region you on, there's a bunch of servers for that particular one that sets no particular players and all that stuff. So I learned that ahead. I already learned that easily and all that stuff. But apparently, it's like so the server they're on is on the East Coast region, but the server is a queue has a queue. So the queue times are like kind of like the ridiculous things about this, but that's only depending on the server you're on. So the server they're on is East Coast. I don't remember the actual name of it, and the queue time for it was like all up can be up the max I've heard is like up to an hour with 100 something people waiting to get in on that server, and I'm like, well, yeah, it's a streamer server. Of course, people are going to be in that server, and of course, people who watch those streamers are going to be in that server also. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna find one that
There's no wait time.
That has no wait time in the West Coast, and I'm just gonna get in and just go for it and all stuff. Luckily, I found one. I don't remember the name right now at the stuff, but oh yeah, and then like you get to pick a faction. There's like 3 of them. Uh,
So,
Marauders, Covenant, and I forget the third one. I picked Marauders. It sounded more like what my play style is so far. Um, and but yeah, that's cool
I don't
too.
know what it does, but I mean,
And all that stuff.
that's cool. Sounds good.
And all that stuff. But
That
yeah.
sounds tight. So, like, now, what you said about factions, is there like a faction building, like this one's for the Covenant, this one's for the Marauders? Is there
So
something like that in the game?
so there is more to it. There's like something called like a faction war. There's like faction war. You can do wars between different
Mm.
factions. Like once you hit a faction, PvP also starts around so on stuff.
Oh, okay.
So you can do that's when PvP begins. I have not searched PvP because I'm not dying when I do it and all that stuff. I'm here to enjoy the world I am. I am dealing with the PvP side of this. Um, player versus player versus environment for those who don't know. But what I was gonna say. So yeah, so I've watched people streams such as Tim the Tatman and Courageous in particularly because they were like the only that I know of streamers I know that were playing this. Um, so throughout the whole world itself, you can claim certain settlements off claiming forts in the game. And if of course they can do battles and all that stuff and everything like that to get the fort back and everything and all that stuff. And there's one thing that's called a faction war. You can do a war between a different faction, but you have to have someone that level 50 and all that stuff. And I was like, why would I want to hit level 50 beta when? Because with most betas, everything gets reset for the full release, depending on. This is one of
Yeah,
those. This is one of those games that's going to do a full reset when on after the beta.
it's
Awesome.
kind of pointless for you to grind level 50 for no reason.
So it's like I'm not gonna grind to level 50. Like I said, I went in to enjoy it, where I can do where I can go. I was the goal was never to hit 50. The goal was never to do else. It's like just to go where it goes. Enjoy. Once the full game comes out, we'll see where that goes and all that stuff. But yeah. So it's like you have to hit level 50 to do that. So that makes no sense now since that. Um, you can claim settlements in certain areas too, like towns. Like you can become like not a like you rule the place and everything like that. Tim called himself a governor. You can also raise tax. You can do taxes and stuff.
That's cool.
Like literally, like the first place you go to in the game, and everything. It's like they showed like once I walked in, they showed me all the taxes. There's property tax, trading tax, crafting fee, and another other fee. Freaking I think the property tax was like 5%. Trading tax was like
Wow.
10%, or was it the other way around? I forget. I was like, okay, and they give you like how it is averages out between the whole world. It's like modest or average or something like that. And I was like, oh, this is gonna get. We'll see. I'm excited to get back.
So then you can make like a castle, then, right? Can you make a castle?
You can buy a house.
Oh, okay. So you can't build one though.
As far as I know, no.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah.
And all that stuff. So you can buy property. That's where the property tax kicks. But I forgot how much one was. Yeah, yeah. Earning money is weird too. So weird.
How do you earn money? You like
Because
sell lumber and
like selling and all that stuff, like that stuff was like the stuff I was like, I don't know what. I'm starting to get lost now. But
yeah.
when you do missions and all that stuff, you do get like money, but it's not a lot.
How,
I don't know if
how
that's
much do you get?
I don't know if it's common in MMOs. So it's like I was getting like 20 an average between like maybe 20 to 40 gold.
That's how expensive is stuff?
Um depends on the stuff.
I mean, it sounds about right.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know how MMO economy works. Economies and MMOs work, and all that stuff,
MMO economy. That sounds hilarious. I like it.
and all that stuff. It's like I said, I'm jumping into this, not knowing a damn thing. I still don't to this day, and I'm just like, why do I feel like I'm getting ripped off and not getting paid enough? And all that stuff.
It's realistic. That's why.
Huh?
Realistic. It's realistic. That's why.
Oh yeah, I guess. The point to play this game is to get away from the not make it more and all that stuff. Not make me stress
that's
more
why
out.
I play fantasy based games.
I don't I
Not gonna lie.
I don't think this is more realistic than it is. I don't know. I can't tell it. Um,
I can't tell the difference. What do you mean you can't tell?
I don't know stuff. Well, because like I said, the MMO economy in this game is just brand new to me.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm coining that term now.
MMOE.
Don't do it. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't try to abbreviate
They're
it when it's technically
just
when
all the
when
abbreviations.
MMO is already abbreviated stuff.
You gotta abbreviate the last one.
I don't need to abbreviate the last one. MMO economy is just fine as is.
So was NALCS.
That's that's totally different. That's totally different.
I still call it NALCS and AULCS. Um, so
Um,
that's our episode for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Um, we hope you guys, like Ricky, find MMO stuff and end up maybe playing New World if you guys don't know. Like what Ricky said, it's a good start for him. He got. Maybe you guys want to try MMOs, try it out when it comes out next week. You said,
something like that. Maybe I might do Final Fantasy 14.
yeah,
No.
because none of them are
Oh,
connected
oh,
apparently, so you don't even have to play any of
he's just now learning that.
them.
Oh, so apparent. So, another thing about this about New World that I found out that is definitely probably gonna keep me come back to it if I want to. No
Yeah.
subscription fee.
Oh, question.
Yes.
Is Scott Hall and Kevin Nash gonna be
Stop.
in?
Stop.
Because I'd be interested if there's a skin of any of the original Hollywood members. That'd be awesome. Um, anyways, that's our podcast this week. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We hope you guys check out New World. We hope you guys check out Battlefield Portal. That sounds really cool. We hope you guys watch the Olympics. We hope.
Side notes on Battlefield 2042. There will be an open
Yeah,
beta in September.
there you go. Open beta in September. But you can only choose one, right? So like if you choose PC,
That was
you can't
Defiant.
play on console.
That was X
Oh, that
Defiant.
was Defiant.
That was X
Oh,
Defiant.
okay, wrong one. Wrong one. Anyways, we hope you guys check out these games. We hope you guys enjoy these games. We hope you guys watch the Olympics, have some fun, watch it with the family, or watch it by yourself if you want. We want to know you guys' thoughts on any of these topics, such as Texas and Oklahoma going to the SEC, Battlefield Portal, if you guys are going to get it, as well as New World. Yeah.
Medal
So,
update. We are now tied with China with 19 overall medals. Still leading gold with 8. No, we're tied for gold with 8 with Japan. Then we're nowhere near the top 3 in silver, but we're number 1 in bronze.
oh, okay. Well,
That's
gold,
that's where we're screwing up. We're not getting enough silvers. Need silvers.
yeah, we need some silver. We need some silver. Well, people need to get their teeth fixed. Anyways,
We have
um,
3 silvers.
good joke for you. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed all these topics. Check them out. Let us know what you guys think about any of these topics. And if you guys are watching the Olympics in the comments over on YouTube, just let us know any of you guys' opinions on any of these topics. We'd love to read them. Love to react to them. Love to see them. Make sure you like and subscribe or do whatever you have to do on any of the other podcast things. I don't know how the podcast apps work. That's the only podcast episode 63. I'm Manny. This is Ricky. Bye.